Ok?
Ok.
Yeah. Signore e signori, studenti del Multicenter e chef del futuro, mi fa tanto piacere essere qui a Pozzuoli oggi. Sono felice di preparare ed assaggiare piatti tradizionali irlandesi con voi. So I'm really happy to be here with you all today. It's a great pleasure and an honor for me to have this opportunity to talk to the young people who are here, to see them at work. It's been a real pleasure, and to have the opportunity to get to understand the work of this extraordinary place. I'm really honored to be here today, and I certainly will be thinking about this when I go back to Rome and talking to my colleagues from other jurisdictions and making them very jealous. Do you want to translate it, or maybe not? Okay, well, so I first of all would like to say a few words on behalf of my government to sympathize with you, with the people of Naples, for the terrible tragedy that occurred in Ischia. So from the bottom of my heart, from the people of Ireland, I would like to convey our sympathy and our condolences for this shocking event, and also to take the opportunity as Europeans, but as great friends of Italy, to express our solidarity with you on this terrible tragedy, but also on so many areas. We are very, very close to Italy. Many people describe Ireland as the Italy of the North, and that's how we feel. So the Irish and Italians share a joint passion for excellence in the quality of our food, our ingredients, and our agriculture business. Our beef and lamb exports are some of the finest in the world. And today we're going to have the pleasure, all of us, to enjoy the Irish stew, which I have already tasted, and as I know you know, I appreciate it so much. It is absolutely fabulous. And as an Irish woman, to say that Irish stew made by Italians is absolutely fabulous is a genuine compliment. So congratulations. I know already that it's a wonderful meal, so thank you. Just a little bit on our agriculture and food business. We in Ireland are very blessed with an ideal climate to produce food. It's ideal from many perspectives, but for a long grass growing season, obviously because of the rain, which I am sure this is normal in Napoli to have Irish weather just for the arrival of the Irish team. So our fields, our pastures are infused with traditional grasses and herbs which enhance the flavor of the food which we produce. Our philosophy in Ireland has always been one of great respect for the natural environment. And this environment we have been given, and we pass it on and believe that it is our responsibility to pass it on to the next generation in a healthy state. So we are very committed to sustainability and to protection of the environment with the respect which we have for our natural environment. I know that our commitment to excellence of our local products and produce, and respecting as we do the surrounding environment, is one which you share here in Naples and in Pozzuoli very much with us. We know that we have so much in common between our two countries, and respect for food is very high. And it's not just the food which we eat, it's how we grow it, how we respect our farmers, how we respect our agricultural industry and business. If I could just tell you a little story. In the summer, I cycled a bicycle with my children, who are not children, from Bolzano to Verona. and we went through the Adige river by the incredible, beautiful scenery with all the apples and the grapes. Apples and more apples, and I wanted to eat an apple, but I didn't, there were so many, I didn't want to take it. So I asked a farmer, could I have one apple? He said, you can have 2 baskets of apples. You can take all the apples you want on your bicycle, but you cannot take one single grape. If you take one grape, no. But you can have as many apples as you like. So this was the beginning of my discovery of the farmland of Italy, and I'm looking forward to doing more and more of this down in your region. So just a little story about me and food. So in Ireland, as you know, our agricultural business is very critical. It's very central to who we are and to our history indeed. For consumers across the world, we all know, Italy and Ireland, that there are increasing expectations of what we call verified sustainability credentials. And that is something that applies in Italy as much as for Ireland. So we showcase what's known as origin green. So I know I was speaking to somebody earlier who has a restaurant here who sells Irish beef. And I know that there is great respect in Italy for our beef, as there is in Ireland for so much of what Italy produces, including, of course, your pizza, but many, many more things as well. So in Ireland, we market our beef and our lamb and other goods, other foods, under the title of Origin Green, which is a mark of our sustainability and our and the natural evolution of our food and products. So I think just one last thing, if I may, since we're talking very much about food, that in Rome, I also am the ambassador to the Rome-based agencies, which is the World Food Programme, FAO, and IFAD. All these organizations in Rome are dealing with the terrible global food insecurity that we have now around the world. So Rome is the center of discussions for not just Italian issues, but obviously for global food security. So I think all of us in the worlds that we live in Italy and in Ireland, we're very conscious of our responsibilities going forward in terms of protection of food and the supply of food to the hungry world, the developing world, which is becoming more and more difficult every day, and particularly when the breadbasket of the Ukraine has affected the delivery of grains and fertilizers around the world. So this is something that I also, in another part of my work, I focus on. So with that, I'd like to thank you all very, very much for being with me today, but most importantly, thank you for this privilege of being in your incredible school, which I have done many things, but this today, I've never done anything like this, and seeing the enthusiasm of your students and the beauty of their work. So I'm really honored, I'm very touched, and thank you so much for this privilege. Thank you.